The Sandy 60's drivetrain is such an important component. It's going to be doing these big trips. We've got to get it right. And I have to tell you, we've been procrastinating like crazy, trying to work out exactly what we should do. How far do you go? Now remember, some of these components are 35 years old. We'd probably better give it a proper birthday and get it right once and for all. So let's start with the 6.2 Chev V8 diesel. Everybody knows this is a big old clunker. Moving it on and off the trailer, we all noticed there was a little bit of a rattle going on and we didn't know really what it was. So Ben at Goldfields decided he'd go a little bit further than what this original rebuild was going to be. He basically pulled it all apart, well most of it anyway. While he was at it, he found the timing chain was a little bit loose and still a lot of work to do in the engine bay. Based on the efforts so far, I think it's going to look absolutely trick. Now I feel that we probably made the right move because the more that we got into the rebuild, we discovered things that would definitely have broken on a trip like this. With all the different people driving this vehicle, you may as well give them the benefit of lockers to showcase how much better the vehicle will go. We've opted for air lockers front and back. So all the axles had to come out. That required a complete and full overhaul. Whatever terrain we're working in, these air lockers will make it so much easier for the drivers to keep out of trouble. In places like the high country, I wouldn't go to places like that without lockers in the vehicle. Terrain Tamer provide kits for all these moving parts. Kits that make it really easy when you want to do a swivel hub overhaul with everything supplied in the box. They also do kits for both drum and disc brakes, which makes life extremely easy. So while we have the Sandy 60 all pulled apart, we figured we may as well give it a complete brake overhaul with master cylinder, slotted disc rotors, drums, brake pads, new calipers, all being replaced. While Ben from Goldfields was working his magic on the 6.2 Chev, we had the gearbox sent to Mark's 4-wheel drive in Victoria. There's a guy there, his name is Jeff, and he's, I reckon, a master on gearboxes. He seems to know everything about cogs and gears and how it all works, and it's funny, we had a great conversation down at Mark's about what he was planning on doing. Whilst we were running 411s in the diffs and 34-inch tyres, he was basically able to calculate the exact revs for that vehicle in both low range and high range. So he's given us a 41% reduction set of gears for low range, which will be awesome in the high country, and an overdrive which suits that 6.2 clunky old Chev when we're doing 100, say 110 k's down the road. We opted for a long range of fuel tank, which gives us an extra 70 litres of fuel capacity, which is slung in the centre of the vehicle alongside the gearbox and transfer case. Now we have heard a little bit of history on the 6.2 Chev that it has a little bit of a problem with overheating. We've got an oil cooler which sits out in front of the condenser behind the grille. We've also added a brand new radiator to give it as much assistance as we possibly can. On top of this, Ben's added a couple of alarms which will give us information straight away if we've got a lack of oil pressure. Give it a crack, Ben. We've already decided not to keep this period correct in its styling, but we'd still like to keep some of its old school charm. There's plenty of opportunities for getting newer, better results. So join us on this adventure and follow the post of the Sandy 60 as we fix up this old bus and tackle some amazing tracks on an epic adventure across Australia.